Here's something nobody talks about enough. When you're looking at single-family rental homes operated by individual landlords, you're not the only one who needs to pass the test. Before you send another application or upload a sensitive document, let's talk about how to make sure the person on the other side is actually the owner of the property and has the right to rent it. When you're renting from an individual landlord instead of a big property management company, the process feels different, right? It's more personal. You might be texting directly with the owner, there's no corporate office or leasing center. And that's actually one of the best parts. You're building a relationship with a real person who owns and cares about the property. But here's the shift I want you to make. Personal doesn't mean skipping verification. You're still choosing who to trust with your sensitive information and your money. You still deserve to know that this person actually owns or manages the property, that your documents are going somewhere secure, and that your money is going to the right person. Individual landlords still expect you to have questions. Good ones want you to feel confident. They understand that without a corporate name or a big company backing them, they need to show you they're legitimate. So let's talk about what legitimate individual landlord actually looks like and how you can tell the difference from someone pretending to be one. With individual landlords, you're not looking for a corporate website or a business email address. They might not have those. Instead, you're looking for a connection to the actual property. So here's what you can do. Search the property address in public records or on your county's property tax site. Most counties let you look these up for free. Cross-reference the listing. So if the listing is on Zillow or Realtor.com, does the agent or landlord name match what you're finding in these records? And finally, ask directly. So can you help me verify that you're the owner? I'm happy to look at the deed or property records together. Legitimate landlords will understand this question. They've probably dealt with their own concerns about fake renters or scams, so they won't be offended. They'll actually appreciate that you're being thoughtful. A red flag would be someone who gets defensive or refuses to provide any proof of ownership or any way to verify that property connection. Individual landlords often use personal phone numbers and email addresses. That is completely normal. What you're looking for is consistency. So some green flags. They communicate from the same number or email throughout. Their name stays consistent, so it's not John in one message and Mike in another. You have a phone number you can search and verify that it's not flagged for scams. They're okay with you calling, not just texting. Real landlords want a paper trail too, so it protects both sides, right? If someone's trying to avoid leaving any record of your conversation, ask yourself why. Legitimate landlords want you to see the property before you commit. So they might offer an in-person showing where they meet you there, a virtual tour where they walk through live on video, or coordinating with a local agent or a property manager who shows it for them. What they won't do is refuse to show you the property at all, claim that they're out of state or out of the country so that you have to send money unseen, and say you can only view the photos. Here's the reality. If someone owns a single family rental, they have access to it or know someone local who does. If they can't or won't show it to you, that's a major red flag. Individual landlords might not use fancy payment portals, and that's okay, but they should still follow some basic security protocols. So green flags. Any kind of payment by check, bank transfer, or a secure platform like Zelle or Venmo to an account that you can verify. Their name on the payment matches the name of the property owner. They give you a receipt, security deposit for XYZ address. Payment happens after you've seen the property and after you've been given a lease to review. Some red flags, any kind of gift card payments, cryptocurrency, or wire transfers to overseas accounts, payment to a name that doesn't match the property owner, friends and family transfers with no documentation, or pressure to pay before viewing or signing anything. Individual landlords are still running a small business. They understand that deposits are significant and expect you to want documentation and clarity before handing over any of your money. Because individual landlords don't have corporate processes, things might move at a different pace, sometimes faster, sometimes slower. That's fine. What you're watching for is a logical flow. So you express interest in the property, you view the property, you fill out an application, they run screening, which might be through Clara, another background check service, or their own process. You review and sign a lease, and then you pay. If someone is trying to collapse all of that into a send us money now before someone else gets it, that's not how rentals work, even informal ones. Legitimate landlords know that good renters need time to make informed decisions. They're looking for someone who will take care of their property for months or years. They're not trying to rush you. This is exactly why we built Clara the way we did, because we know that most of you are working with individual landlords or on single family homes, not big corporate apartments. The challenge is that individual landlords are real people managing usually around 1 to 10 properties, so they might not have a leasing office or a fancy application portal, but renters still need to feel secure about where their information is going. Clara bridges that gap for renters by allowing you to build one secure profile with all of your documentation. You share it only with landlords who invite you through the platform. You see exactly what you've shared and with whom, and you're not texting or sending your social security number or uploading pay stubs to random email addresses. And here's something that really sets Clara apart. So landlords go through the same identity verification process that renters do. They upload a live photo of their ID, they do a selfie check to prove that they are who they say they are. They can even upload proof of ownership for the property. So when you receive a Clara application link, look for an identity verified and property ownership verified badge on the application. That is your signal that the landlord has gone through the verification process, just like you. All right, let's bring this together with a quick checklist for single family rentals. So before you send any money or documents to an individual landlord, ask yourself, can I verify the person owns or manages this property? Is their communication consistent and traceable? Will they show me the property in person or through a legitimate video tour? Is the payment method secure, documented, and going to the right person? And does the timeline make sense, or are they rushing me to pay immediately? If you're getting any kind of red flags, it is okay to walk away. There will be other homes for you. And if you're working with a legitimate landlord who might seem a little less polished than a big company, that's okay. What matters is that they're willing to be transparent and answer your questions. Renting from individual landlords can be one of the better rental experiences for renters. It is more personal, more flexibility. You have someone who actually cares about the property. You just need to make sure that the person on the other side is who they say they are. If you found this helpful, drop a comment with any questions about renting from individual landlords below, and I'll see you in the next video.